Hello pumpkins! Welcome to my channel. I know I've picked up some new people recently and I am so grateful that you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We'd love to have you. We talk about tarot, magic, personal development, chaos magic, druidry, and anything else on my mind at the time. So, please do subscribe, give me a like, and you can leave me a comment below if there are other suggestions you'd like to see for tarot readings. So today I am doing a tarot reading on the Zodiac Killer by popular demand. I've had a lot of subscribers and viewers request this. So just a little bit on my ethics about reading for true crime. I have no problem doing readings on old true crime, on closed cases, on things like that, but I don't look at serious recent true crime that's unsolved. So I have no problem looking at Who Stole Your Bike, but I'm probably not going to do a reading on missing persons cases or murder or things like that. Just because I don't want to interfere with an ongoing investigation. Let's let the police do their job. I am aware that the police closed their investigation on the Zodiac Killer in 2004, and then they made a movie, which I haven't got around to watching yet, but then they reopened it after the movie. So there is an ongoing case, but it's been more than 50 years. It's pretty cold, so I'm going to do this, and I feel okay doing that. So I probably wouldn't be looking at John Benet Ramsey because she was so young, and the family is obviously still grieving. And though there may be people still alive that are grieving the Zodiac Killer's victims, I think it's been long enough. There's been so many documentaries and so many movies made that I feel okay. I feel okay looking into this. Oh, I did Carol Baskin. Almost a year ago now, I guess. I did Carol Baskin kill her husband, and yeah, I mean that was 30 years ago. The police have looked into Carol twice and have ruled her out, so I had no problem doing that one. Yeah, I was asked to do the Delphi murders, and I don't think I'm comfortable looking into that because that is very recent and that is an open investigation, so I just want to let the police do their job. And I can read tarot on older cold cases just for entertainment, but not to interfere with what the police are doing. So the deck I'm using today is the Gilded Tarot by Sierra Marchetti. It is one of my favorite decks. I will leave a link below. This is that. It is an excellent deck for new readers and beginning tarot readers. Okay, so I'm just going to do a 4-card spread today. I'm not going to get into a whole lot. You may be wondering, if you're new to my channel, why I don't show you the cards. And the reason that I don't show you the cards is because right now I only have one camera and I have a laptop that only has 3 ports. So I've got the mic, I've got the camera, I've got the ring light, and I don't have anywhere else to put anything else. Eventually I will get cool equipment with a rig and you can see the camera and me. So until then I just show you the cards one at a time. Okay, ooh, alright. Don't you love when your tarot reader makes those faces? So, the cards that I pulled on this, we have the 4 of Pence reversed, the Tower, 7 of Swords reversed, and the Death card. So, I just want to address the Death card first. I typically like when the Death card comes up in readings because it makes it an easy reading. There are a lot of people who say, the Death card doesn't mean death, the Death card means change. And sometimes that can be true, but sometimes the Death card can mean death. And, when we're talking about a murder, especially a murder that happened 50 years ago, plenty of murders, we are talking about death. And so I'm not surprised to see that come up at all. I think that that's almost expected to come up. So I'm going to pull a clarifier to see what we're dealing with here. Okay. 8 of Swords. So, looking at the Death card and the 8 of Swords here, what this means to me is that, so the Death card I think does mean death in this situation, and the 8 of Swords is about being trapped, and often this is about, this can mean actually like being behind bars and being in jail. So I feel like they caught the person on another charge. They caught the person for something else, and the person died in prison. So, and that kind of makes sense because from what I understand, all of the sudden, the killings just stopped, and the phone calls and the cryptic letters, everything just stopped, and that kind of makes sense that that the person was just no longer around. People who are involved in that kind of behavior of this these killings planned, like serial killers, don't stop until they're caught. Typically, it's not just okay, well, I know what that's like, and now I can try something else. Typically, they up their game and they increase their frequency until they're caught. So I do think that this is about, the reason why these killings stopped is because the person died in prison. Or the person was, inevitably going to be in prison and they died. And let me have a so I got the Three of Swords for this. So the Three of Swords can be about heartbreak, can be about injections, or can be about blood. But it feels here like this was a natural causes death. I don't think that this was that he died of. I'm saying he. I'm assuming we're talking about a man. Most serial killers are men. There have been some women, but and there were some witnesses who saw a man. So I am going to say he. I don't think I'm condemning anyone here. So looking at the Three of Swords, when I see the Three of Swords, I think this is a natural death. So like, I don't think that he was killed in prison or that he was murdered or that he killed himself. I think that we're looking at a heart attack or a stroke or something like that has to do with blood flow and the heart. There could have been a bleeding issue, like I don't know if it's like hemophilia or a disease of the blood, but yeah, there's something related to blood and heart is the reason why this guy stopped killing, is because he couldn't anymore. I think that the charge that they found him on was completely unrelated, and they just weren't putting the pieces together. But so it was unrelated in terms of what they saw, but not in terms of what he was planning. So I think that he was doing something that was going to lead to him being able to commit another murder, and they caught him in the act of that, doing something illegal, and that's what he would have served a minor prison sentence for. That it would have been a more than a misdemeanor, but he would have like got out of jail, and then he would have been able to start killing again, and then you would have seen this pattern of, okay, why did these murders stop for a period of time and then they restarted again? And that would have led to, it was because this guy, who is, maybe one of the suspects, was in jail during that time, and that's why he wasn't doing anything. But, he died, and then, he wasn't able to continue his spree, luckily. The Seven of Swords, I reversed. I often see that as being caught. That's why I'm thinking that he was caught doing something, that he was caught doing something else. That's kind of my logic behind that, of looking at the Seven of Swords being caught. If he wasn't caught then, he would have been caught somewhere else, doing something else. So I think that he was making a big mistake, and that he was on the verge of being caught. And I think that there was somebody else. I feel like there's somebody else involved, so I'm going to pull, oh, interesting. Alright. Queen of Cups. Interesting here. So when I see the Queen of Cups, this is often representing a woman. It can be a man with more masculine qualities, and like I said, I believe the killer is a man. But looking at this, I look at, there was somebody who knew about this who was a woman who was close to him. So either his mother, or if he had a sister or a wife or someone like that, was trying to protect him, but at the same time was very ashamed. And so this is, in her eyes, this was an innocent person. This was, could do no wrong. But why do you have to keep killing people? Kind of like just refusing to see the truth. We know that a lot of serial killers have very unhealthy relationships with their mother. I'm not trying to be Sigmund Freud and diagnose anybody, or talk about, Oedipus or Electra complexes, but that is something that we have known, is that there tends to be unhealthy relationships between mother and son when we're talking about male serial killers. So I do think that we're looking at his mom probably, and she's trying to protect him, but at the same time trying to expose him. So there's this weird thing that she has this, like, okay, I'd really like for him to stop killing people, but at the same time, you know, I don't want my baby boy to get caught. And it feels like she's quite religious. Let me pull another card on that. Interesting. Got the Ace of Swords. So what I feel like is that she was involved in the letters. She was involved in writing the letters. And I think that was in some way an attempt to try to get her son caught without outing him. That's what it feels like to me. There was, yeah, some sort of like tip that she was trying to give without totally outing him. So that's kind of what it feels like of her involvement in this. And I mean, it would have been better if she just picked up the phone and said, hey, I think my son's the Zodiac killer. But she didn't do that, and that would have saved a lot of lives. So instead she was trying to do this kind of like passive-aggressive, behind-the-scenes, here's some letters with some clues, but I don't want to actually... I want him to stop, but I don't want you to actually catch him, so maybe if these letters come out, he'll actually stop. And it's unfortunate that that didn't happen. And a final card. The Strength card. Okay. So although the investigation is going forward and the police are doing everything that they can in terms of, you know, what their resources are, I don't think that we are looking at this case being solved or the case being closed again. I think it's pretty cold. It's pretty dead. The murders have stopped, so there's no, and this is, you know, from the 60s, so even if he hadn't died ages ago, you know, the guy's pretty old now. His mom's definitely dead. We're not looking at him being any danger to the public, so any funding that goes into this is going to be pretty minimal. The police have different things that they need to worry about, things that are actually like clear and present dangers, and not be wasting police resources on something that's kind of just a I want to say like a pet interest. So I think there has been another officer who's kind of picked up looking at this and getting involved in this, and, you know, wanting to discover who the killer is as a pet project. But I don't think a lot of resources are going to be approved to solve this. It just, the department has other things to worry about than a cold case from the 1960s. Okay, so that is my reading on the Zodiac killer. If you have any suggestions for future readings, you can leave a comment below, and I will see what I can do. I've got a list of ones that I want to read, and this was the one for today. If you would like a private reading, you can do so by going to the link below, www.carolineironwheel.com. And when you click on that link, just click on book a reading, choose the time you want, and it's pretty easy peasy. If you found value from this reading, you can support this channel by buying me a coffee, or you can buy my dog Merlin a T-R-E-A-T. I can't say the word because he's right there. And that would be very much appreciated. So thank you so much for watching my video today. If no one has told you today, I want you to know that I love you, that I care about you, and that I am glad you're here. Take care and have a great day, pumpkins. Bye-bye.